morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am brought to you today by Disheveled. I'm at B&Q. I have been in the most paralyzingly terrible procrastination mood for the past couple of weeks since you guys helped me choose the colour. I knew that was the colour I wanted, and every day since then, well, every day that I've had the car, I don't have the car every day, I'm like, I must go to B&Q, I must. And then I was going to go to B&Q the other night after my other channel's premiere. I just couldn't be bothered, and then the next day I didn't have the energy, and this morning I forced myself out of the house, literally threw the hair up in whatever you can say this is. I've lost 2 nails and I don't care. Today I just it's so funny how today I'm looking the most dishevelled, and yet I have the most energy. So today is the day. It is 10 AM on Sunday. What's the date today? Oh, my car says it's the 9th of January 2014. I have my life together, I promise. I'd show you, but the dust is real in the car. Hold on. The 9th of January 2014, and it's 10:07. 10:07. What is my life? 9th of January. Does the car just do that when it turns off? Just goes back to factory settings, maybe, because that's probably how old the car is now. Anyway, so I'm at B&Q. We're gonna get the paint. We're gonna go straight to the wood cutting section. We're gonna get him to cut our wood and cut the panels. Now, someone on TikTok told me there's a limit to the B&Q cut service, but I never experienced that when I got the panels for my bedroom. He didn't question it. He literally just cut everything I asked him to cut, and I think I got 30 strips of wood. So yeah, we'll see. Should I ask if there's a limit? Should I be polite and be like, is there a limit? Because I feel like I'm going to get a lot more today. So in the bedroom, if you saw the bedroom paneling video, my panels were 10 centimeters across, so they're quite chunky panels. Today I want 7 centimeters because I want the much narrower looking shaker style in my hall. That means a lot more cuts. But we'll see. So I'm going to be getting the Elephant's Breath in Premium, a Valspar, for the whole entire hall, all the way up the stairs and our bedroom. And I'll probably get 2 big thingies. I'll ask them for 2 big thingies. And then the bathroom is still a debate. I have actually got some colours saved. I don't know why I've just done that because I'm talking to you on my phone, but I've got some colours saved in my phone that are B&Q's own colours. So I might ask them to show me those and maybe get those mixed up and just go for it. Just take the leap and get the bathroom painted. If you follow my Instagram, you will know that we had yet another bathroom leak, and I don't mean the one we had the other day with the water pouring down through the lights. No, last night Tim rang me. Tim shouted downstairs. He was like, we've got another leak. I am telling you now, it makes me want to cry, but I'm not going to cry because it's a first world problem. I've got an indoor bathroom, and I'm very lucky for having an indoor bathroom. And this was an easy fix. So actually the U-bend, the thingy under the bathroom sink, had just become loose, or was it even tightened? Because it looks like the water damage has damaged the unit under the sink. So you can't make this up. You can't. I can't even remember the company's name. I feel like I've blocked him out of my head, but he's on my channel. I showed his van on my channel. You guys need a plumber? No, don't do it. Don't do it. Do not recommend him at all. Anyway, I wanted to get a new plumber to fix everything, but Tim wants him to fix his mistakes. So he's coming in on Tuesday. I fixed the sink, no problems. We just tightened everything up and now there's no leak, so that's fine. But anyway, I'm rambling on. But yeah, it's been a crazy couple of days and just wishing that I never ever started the bathroom renovation. I am at B&Q. Let's go. Claire, that is enough talking for the beginning of the video. Everyone's asleep. Okay, I've made a decision. Belina. I'm going with Belina, but I'm going to get Valspar to mix it up. I've got the Elephant's Breath. I've secured the paint. I can't quite believe it. So today you get 10% off everything, and I didn't have a card, so she's just signed me up with a card. So now whatever I buy today, I'm getting 10% off, which is win-win. But yeah, she's now mixing me up the Good Home Bellina, but in the Valspar bathroom. It's dark and it's moody and it's gonna be beautiful. I just know it. I haven't even seen a tester pot. This is crazy. Sometimes you just gotta go for it. The beautiful thing about life today is choice, and when I am faced with a lot of choice, it's really hard to make a decision. It's like being at the all-you-can-eat Chinese restaurant buffet. Like, honestly, so much choice. This is in B&Q, the Valspar section, where you can place your colour card in all of these different lights. This was the original green. This was the Dance with the Wind that I set my heart on, and now it is like an absolute no. So I'm really, really happy and scared that I've just chosen a colour off the shelf, having never tested it. Look at all these greens. This was not from me. This was everyone that had been in the store the 15 minutes since it's opened. All greens.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it.
I am back in the car. I feel elated. Like, I am so happy, and yet I'm so flustered. It is now 11, well, it's 20 to 12. It's 20 to 12 on the 9th of January 2014. It's 20 to 12. 20 to 12. I got here just after 10 o'clock. I have never spent that much time in B&Q. The woodcut guy. Oh, someone told me, like I said, someone told me on my TikTok that they're restricting the cuts. And I said to the guy, you know, this happened and someone said this, and he was just like, we're really only meant to do a certain number of cuts, but the service is here. We just do it. We that's what we kind of are there for. Some of his colleagues won't cut below 5 centimetre strips. He said, I said 7 centimetres. He said, yeah, that's fine. I won't cut below 5. Some of his colleagues won't cut anything below 10. I was like, okay. Okay. But when I said just one of them, I was going to get 2 sheets. Can you imagine? That would have given me enough paneling for my house, your house, and your auntie's. I don't know what I was thinking. So I went for 1 sheet. He's cut as many 7 centimetre strips as he can, including 3 long ones from the very, very top. And I think these are like 3 metre long sheets of wood. Unbelievable. It took forever, and I was like, he's gonna be cursing my name. He's gonna be like, I'm never cutting another bit of wood. And then I remembered that we have this project. I say we, me. I've got a pantry in my kitchen. Well, it's a tall cupboard, and it's never really been used to its full potential. It's got so much potential, it's unreal. And when we first got the house, we used to just throw the Hoover in there. Well, we don't need to do that anymore because our Hoover is attached to the wall. And now it's just one big, one big cupboard of just empty space. So the other day I was there, I was like, I could just put shelves in there, make it an actual physical pantry. And I don't know why I didn't think of that before buying the new units. But yeah, the hair is still pineapple-y. But guys, listen, when I left B&Q, I didn't have a £1 coin for the trolley. I don't have a trolley token, and I didn't have a £1 coin for the trolley. And that winds me up because I'm just like, I need a trolley for all of the things I'm buying. So then you have to get the massive trolleys, you know, the big flatbeds. I had to get a giant flatbed trolley for everything I was going to buy today. Well, I can't maneuver these things. It's like you have to walk backwards with it. Anyway, I was at the checkout. When I was at the checkout, half of the stuff was falling off the trolley. One of the B&Q employees came over and she was like, you all right? I was like, I mean, I am in regards to, you know, World War and all that. I'm fine, but it's just all of these pieces, individual pieces of wood were just flying off my trolley. So then she helped me ring everything in. I got the 10% off today. I've spent an obscene amount of money. I've spent like £260, but The paint alone was £160 for the whole house, the whole of downstairs, upstairs, the hall, upstairs landing, my bedroom and the bathroom. So all of the paint combined was £160, and the rest was the wood. The wood itself only came to 60. I'll go through the receipt later. You don't really want to hear me sit here and talk about it, but what I was trying to get at is the fact that you know the old story Hansel and Gretel, and they go into the woods and they just leave a trail of breadcrumbs. I think it's breadcrumbs. They leave a trail of breadcrumbs so that they can find their way back. Well, we all know how that ended, but that was me leaving B&Q. The embarrassment. I was getting called from all directions. Excuse me, love, you've dropped something. I was surprised. It was all just because I had the flatbed. There was no walls keeping everything in. The employee came running out and she was like, "You've left some." I was like, "What have I possibly left? I didn't take anything off the flatbed. You did all the scanning. I didn't move anything." So yeah, she'd obviously picked up the 3 corks, the cork. She'd picked up the 3 corks. I never know how to say that word. And she'd left them on the till. So I didn't physically leave it, but she's come running out with the 3 corks. And then one of my little rollers flew off. So this guy's like, "Excuse me, darling, you've dropped something." I'm like, what now? So I've turned around and there's a roller on the floor, and then my pile of MDF decided to give up and it just spewed all over the car park. But it's fine because I got 10% off. I am delirious after nearly 2 hours in B&Q. I got 10% off. That's all that matters, and that's the reason I got so much, because I was just like, the paint woman was like, you gotta get your card. You gotta get a card. It's 10% off today. I was like, okay, I'll get a card. Well, while I'm here, I might as well get this. I might as well get this, and this. I might as well get everything today because it's 10% off. See how they get you. Anyway, a lot of money later. It's time to go home. It is 2 days later. This is 2 days after I went to B&Q. The plumber who fitted our bathroom is coming back to fix yet another leak. Basically, I took a bath the other day and the overflow is here. The plug itself, I mean, it's all quite filthy, I'm not going to lie, it's been a while. But the plug itself is controlled by the same overflow. I hate this. This... and basically you turn it and that closes the plug, and then as soon as you, let me zoom, that's better, as soon as I turn it again the plug opens. So the actual plug is controlled by this thing here, and I'm not gonna lie, I allow this to go dirty. I like this when it is completely water stained and filthy, because I don't want a Hammer House of Horrors image of myself while I'm in the bath, because trust me, this is like those mirrors, you know? We don't want that. So this is obviously the overflow. It is dodgy as, and when I had a bath the other day, Tim screamed up and he was just like, "There's water pouring through the ceiling," because I don't usually let my bath get this high, but it's an overflow. It's there to take excess water away. It's not attached. It wasn't attached. Well, if it was attached, he didn't do a very good job. Sadly, I tried to get the bath panel off, but he's got this glued in somehow, I don't even know. But we managed to get the bottom rail off, and I was able to look under there and see where the leak was coming from. It didn't leak for too long because obviously it was the overflow. The tap hole itself is fine. So today, I'm so out of breath, guys, because I've just literally run outside and I've run back in because he said he's going to be here in literally 2 minutes. So I've just run upstairs quickly to film this. Today I've asked him to remove this whole system. I don't like these new fandangled, technical, anything could go wrong here. Give me an old-fashioned overflow and an old-fashioned plug on a chain, please. just a quick update on the cupboard from the last video. So my new bowls are in place and they look so smart. I actually transferred all of the mugs over to this cupboard and I took away the mugs that we simply just do not use anymore. I've donated around 6 or 7 mugs that we really genuinely don't use and a couple of plates. I went to the flooring shop yesterday. The flooring shop are coming on the 20th. It's a Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday the 20th of February, they're coming to rip the new floors out and fix them properly. Oh, there's a song in here somewhere. Okay, the plumber is here and I figured whilst he's upstairs and George is going nuts. You don't like people, huh? You love people, but you don't like them. Well, this is the situation. So we've basically got this really tall cupboard just inside our kitchen that is right next to where all of our recycling sits and our microwave. And it's never really been used to its full potential. That is where B&Q came in. You saw me get the wood cut for the paneling and I thought, do you know what? It's 10% off while I'm here. Why don't I cut the shelves, get the shelves cut? I'd already taken the measurements. I had them. And oh my gosh, let me tell you, you know when you take a measurement and you're bang on, like this stays in, even without pegs. I was so proud. So I have got 4, it's not gonna stay today, are 10 inches deep. Are they 10 inches? Yeah, 10 inches deep. And I'm going to create some storage. Now this shelf I think is gonna come out because I'd like really to open up the space. Now this cupboard does have peg holes if you're doing full length shelves like this, but these shelves are only 10 inches. So I don't have additional peg holes where I need them. I'm gonna drill all of the holes I need and I bought some pegs, some little simple shelf pegs to enable me to sit these pieces of wood down on it. And they're a bit like these up here, but these are the IKEA ones. I've just got simple pegs. Now these are MDF shelves. So the first thing I need to do before I do anything is to paint all of the MDF shelves that are going to create my new pantry. Who do I think I am having a pantry? I don't even like cooking. I am using MDF primer on my MDF shelves prior to putting the paint on. This is really for longevity. Again, I think you can use any wood primer with MDF. I just think I prefer, like psychologically, I prefer to use MDF primer for MDF. But let me know what you do in the comment section down below if you use any primer and if it works, okay? But again, these shelves, I want them to be as good as they can be and last as long as they can be. And it's a funny one. If you're new to my channel, I am very much in moving house mode. We're not moving house. We can't move house right now. Hubby has been asked to go back into the office 3 days a week, so I know that I can't move yet. But I am always daily manifestations that we are going to be moving soon, even though we're not. Do you know what I mean? It puts me in this mindset of getting all of the jobs done because in my head, I want this house on the market by next month, even though it's going to be a couple of years. This is the results of the bathroom. I thought I'd show you a little snippet. The plumber has been and gone. I've got my traditional old plug back. After the MDF primer has dried, I'm just going over the surface with a really light sand before I apply the paint. And guys, this is the elephant's breath. This is the colour that I had mixed at B&Q. This is the Farrow and Ball elephant's breath mixed by Valspar in the premium wipe clean paint. This is the paint that is going to be in the hallway, running up the stairs, in the landing upstairs and in our bedroom. But I figured I could afford to just steal a little bit out of the pot for the shelves because it's such a lovely shade. And how beautiful does it look? It's so calming. Again, we're not really going to see these shelves. There's going to be loads of food on there, but because it's premium and wipe clean, it just saves me going out and buying any other paint for the job. And I'm using a roller for this to make sure that I get a nice smooth finish. I left all of my shelves to dry on my clothes rack, which was easy because then it's wiped clean. If any paint gets on it, it all came off quite nicely. And then it was a case of working out, where do I want my shelves? Where do I want them? How much room do I want on each shelf? What do I want to be able to put in there? So I am using a can of Heinz baked beans as my guide. I figured 2 cans per shelf stacked on top of each other would be enough. So I simply put my 2 cans next to each other and I measured that out, and that came to approximately 9 inches. I then figured I want some wiggle room, so I don't just want them to slide in and not have the space to physically get them out. So I'm going to put each shelf 10 inches below the next, and that's going to give me the luxury of the space. This is the problem cupboard above the microwave. Houston, we have a cup problem. Like, there is no denying it. That top shelf needs to be really sorted out. But all of the other food I want in this cupboard. I want this to be a designated pantry. So we're going to mark down 10 inches to get my pegs in. Now I am using the back of the measuring tape here. I know it's a bit weird, but the front is hard for me because of the little metal clip at the top. So it's easier to mark the back of my measuring tape and mark it that way. I've got my pegs, I've got my drill, and then it's time to drill my holes. Each hole is approximately 2 inches out from the wall and then another 4 inches. So I've made sure that my holes are evenly spread out to give that shelf the most stability. Now what you saw me do here is create like almost like a little bird's nest with masking tape. I learned this, I want to say 20 something years ago when I used to watch changing rooms and like DIY programs. If you just put a little bit of masking tape, stick it to the wall under where you want to drill, then it will catch everything that is going to come out of that wall. So the wood, the dust, the concrete, cement, whatever, and there's no mess at all. Now putting the shelves back in, of course it was really tight because I've now painted them. Each of these shelves has 2 layers of paint on them, both sides, so they were really tight at this point. Just give it a bit of a whack and a bash. That is what I do with most things. I put some flannels on the shelf, whacked it with my hammer to really wedge it down in place. Now the other thing to say is that I am using a drill bit that is 0.0052 too small for the hole, so the pegs don't just slide in. I have to really hit them in with a hammer, and I know they're gonna stay. I was really worried about using the correct size drill bit in case they were just so loose, but here we are again. The shelves were super tight, but nothing too much. Like, it was really only 2 layers of paint. So yeah, put the flannels on to protect the wood and give it a whack, give it a bash and whack it down in place, and it worked really well. These shelves are not going anywhere, I promise you. It was at this point I knew I was not going to fit all 4 shelves in here. There was just no way. So I'm going to put 3 shelves in because this big hunky chunky shelf, I want to keep it. I've moved it all the way down to house all of my clothes washing, all of the laundry stuff, and it's just the perfect height. When I'm kneeling on the floor doing laundry, it's right there for me, and I really need that big, deep, chunky shelf. So only 3 new shelves are going into this pantry, and I guess I'll keep the 4th shelf for the day when I'll need it.
Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. set my world on fire. I don't know what I'd do without you. You make me smile, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon is the sun, we don't care about the others.
It was really at this point I thought I actually don't have much food. Like I don't have much cupboard food. We've got a freezer full of meat and a fridge full of like all the fresh stuff. But cupboard food, I definitely don't have enough. And now my cupboard looks very, very lonely. So I feel like I'm gonna need to do a shop. I'm gonna really need to get adventurous and find out what I can fill this cupboard with, because right now it's looking poor. It's looking very poor. The best thing about this whole project were these. This is a 5-pack LED push light I got from Amazon. They take 3 AAA batteries. So we go from just a, oh cool, it's a nice pantry, to a, ooh, we've got lights. It's like having pockets in a dress. You understand? It's got pockets. It's got lights. It's got actual lights. Now I don't know, because these are LED. They don't kill batteries. So I'm actually going to leave these on and see how long they last. They take 3 AAAs, like I said. So yeah, we'll see. Bottom shelf is still George's food. That big shelf that I had is kind of like all of the washing up, the laundry detergent that you guys say in America. Yeah, what do you think? I love it. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. I absolutely love it. I have to say though, I just feel like I'm lacking food now. This is making me feel like I need to do a food shop. The top shelf did get sorted out eventually. I moved all of that out and down. And then I've put my cereals, so like my breakfast cereals, back up there. I am very tempted to get more of these little caddies as well and just put them on the inside to really maximize and utilize all the space. I have since hung up our fire blanket, so I've got our fire extinguisher in there, and I've hung our fire blanket on the side there as well. So just, you know, gotta be safe. This cupboard is now empty, which means I can do what I've been wanting to do for ages, and that is move things from the units. Can you see where I'm going with this? This is now all of the baking and all of the things from this unit. It's now empty, guys. Can you see where I'm going with this? I should have never bought these. But do you know what? We act hastily because we don't think ahead of time. And if I'd have made this pantry like 6 months ago, I would have never needed this unit. So as crazy as it is, I know I am getting rid of these units. I'm going to reclaim the kitchen. It's now going to be a nice big open space again. I'm going to get a nice little table for the kitchen, set the scene and make it look like this kitchen has storage for any new potential buyers who walk in. They're not going to see all of this clutter and these units, and they're going to immediately think, nice, because I'm going to make it look pretty. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.